Though the heroes banded together to stop the Dead Three and the Elder Brain, the scars from the villain's twisted plot run deep. Faerun stirs. As the world recovers, a new threat will arise that could plunge the world into chaos.
Oh, I'm back again. Let us see what mischief I can get up to now.
Here's your lesson for the day. One can't truly teach if they are not willing to learn.
Death isn't something you need to be afraid of. It's simply a new path to walk.
You wanna burn old Marcus? Well, mon frere, I was born a little for me. The fire keep me warm, baby. If you wanna burn me, you best try harder than that.
This world will be mine.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special episode of Crit Hit Chronicles and Shadows over Baldur's Gate. We have not been able to sit around at this table as a group and play in a while. I'm so thankful everybody's here. Okay, before we begin, a couple quick announcements. We are still sponsored by Modern Artifice. If you use code CritHitChron, you get 10% off of your order, which is like super awesome because their dice are beautiful. I mean, listen, those beautiful hollow dice sounds. I hope it came through.
It did.
And go ahead.
Oh, it definitely did.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yes, go and pick up some dice because they are fantastic dice makers. And yes, also, as you can see below our character portraits, we have a tip goal. If we reach $100, these party members for both this group and the Thursday night group are going to be getting a feat or a talent for Tales of the Valiant. So in order to sweeten the pot, if we do get to our tip goal, you'll be getting your own set of dice from Modern Artifice. These are the beautiful dragon eye dice. They're so blue and pretty. So go and support them, and yeah, we love them. And before we get started in earnest, let's go ahead and reintroduce our wonderful party.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. You can find out all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. But tonight, I'm playing Utazash, who's in the Feywild. And we'll be coming back, hopefully sooner rather than later, because, you know, I miss all these folks.
Yar. I think I'm next. I'm pretty sure I'm next. Hi. What up? I'm back. It's your boy, Skinny Pete. No. Hello. My name's Omega.
Vetoing that now.
Wow.
Were you about to... No.
Wow.
I am immediately vetoing this.
Hi, my name's Omega Jones. Back as Crit Bard, or CB, if you will. My pronouns are he and they. And I play Professor Gideon Hollowell, who is the College of Ambition Bard, a subclass that I created myself, inspired by Baldur's Gate 3. No spoilers, but, you know, it's probably clear to most people what ambition means. Yeah, very, very excited to be back. So I had to miss the last episode, but that me.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. My pronouns are she, they. You can find me all over the internet as some iteration of _Laura Tutu. And tonight, I am coming to you as the Hexblood Celestial Warlock, Winifred Fithiach.
Hello, everyone. It is me, PJ McGaw. You can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw. And today, I am playing Marcus Hellhammer, a.k.a. The Cajun Sensation, a.k.a. the Beast of Brimstone, a.k.a. The Fighter Tiefling, whose pronouns are he, him. And I am also a Fighter Tiefling whose pronouns are he, him. And I am here to have just a wonderful time. So let's get right into it, shall we?
When last we left our intrepid heroes, they did battle with a blood hag in the dream realm that exists in Winifred's mind. After a rather intense confrontation where an image of Zariel was revealed, the party kind of came to grips with some leftover tension Marcus has with seeing that visage appear before them. After a rather filling and exciting breakfast, everybody made their way to the High Hall, where they picked up the equipment left for them by Archduke Ravengard, which included a bag of holding, a bunch of money, and I believe a couple potions. I can't remember. It's been a while. Afterwards, they decided to go and visit Sorcerous Sundries, as Winifred had a connection there. One Roland, the owner of Sorcerous Sundries, with hopes that maybe pick up a couple of magical items to help on their quest. After some items were picked up, Marcus wanted to get a book on the deeper, darker workings of the Nine Hells. Roland had informed the party that would be in the restricted section, which would allow somebody to step in to peruse the book, but not leave with it. And that entire section had been currently rented out by one member of Blackstaff Academy, one Archmage Nevin Torn, with whom Gideon has a possible connection to. After a Harangon messenger from Queen Titania had arrived to escort Utazash back to report in, as it were, on the status of the Shadowlands, Utazash managed to convince them of one teeny little thing, and that was to sneak into the restricted section before they go. As Utazash and Harley did so, Utazash managed to see what Nevin Torn was reading. And it was just a small glimpse, but it was about a realm known as Greyhawk. And the image on one of the pages was that of a mummified undead hand, sort of frozen in place. They managed to steal the book and plane shift back to the Feywild. And that is where we find Utazash. My darling Uti.
Hi.
You feel the world around you. Like everything shifts. And you are standing in the most beautiful glade. You can hear the sounds of birds singing. You feel the breeze warm against your cheek. The sun bathing the land before you in a pleasant and warm light. Everything in the Feywild is a little bit more, a little bit extra. The colors that you're seeing are just more vibrant. The sensations you're feeling are enhanced. Everything is beautiful. And those who find themselves stumbling into the Feywild may find it difficult to leave after having been allured with such pleasantries. But
good thing that my friends like me so much, and I like them, because otherwise the material plane is boring.
Yes, I don't know how they manage it. It is quite, what is the term? Boring. Plain, thank you.
It's a plain plane.
Plain.
But it's got very cool people on it and lots of fun things to do, so that kind of makes up for it. Okay.
I'll take your word for it. Right this way.
And Harley, in his somewhat portly Harangon form, sort of half hops, half walks, half power walks through the glade and leads you towards what looks like what at some point was a beautiful, tall stone structure, maybe a castle at some point in time, that has lost a lot of that structure. Nature and the Feywild have reclaimed it, so where the windows that were made of stained glass might be broken, vines and flowers sort of grow and fill in those empty spaces. The stone still stands upward, but the roots have grown to strengthen it. So it's this mix between old ruins and Feywild glory.
Home.
Within hundreds of feet around this castle, there are all manners of creatures. There is music playing in every corner. You can hear the sounds of laughter, and it's that beautiful, beautiful feeling of being home, like you just said. As you approach, several of these creatures look in your direction. Oh, the Sash is back. Oh, does she think she knows? Do you think she knows what's going on? Oh, the Feywild. Oh, the Shadowlands. I want to know when that happened to the Shadow. Like everybody, there's this hush of conversation as you make your way through. And you hear a as Lazuli sits on your shoulder and has this proud expression. They would know if they ever went.
Well, yes, not everybody is as lucky as we are.
This is true. We are really lucky.
Yeah. This is lots of fun. I wonder how big of an audience we're going to have.
I don't know. I hope it's everyone.
Well, it can't be everyone. That's an entire plane of people.
Oh, that is a lot of people. Maybe not. Maybe like half.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you're having this conversation, you are led through what once was the grand entrance into this castle that now has, again, been reclaimed by nature itself. There is a beautiful rug made of very thin and soft vines that have interwoven that leads up a small set of stairs towards a throne. There are beautiful, large flowers of many different kinds, all sort of hanging over this throne that the vines that have sort of stepped into repair the castle have also done so with the throne, so that the back piece just comes up to these beautiful points and everything just looks regal. As you can see, Queen Titania, she, and again, this is my first time running in an official wizard setting, so I'm going to go with what I would like to think Titania looks like. So for all you D&D historians, don't at me.
You're the DM. What you say goes.
Queen Titania is the most beautiful dryad that the Feywild has ever seen, with a beautiful green skin, deepened green lips. She wears a dress that looks like it's made of leaves with some vine-like elements that sort of form together to cover her form. Large leaves sort of hang and curl off of her shoulders, sort of like a turquoise color. And her ears sort of sprout out from the side as her crown looks like several branches of a tree that has shirked its leaves. And so there's just this uneven but beautiful crown of wood that lies upon her head. And her eyes are a solid, sort of off-white, almost golden look. As she sits on her throne, she raises her hand, and all of the jovial and excited sounds silence as everybody's eyes just look right at you.
I have to imagine Utazash knows the protocol for how to address the queen and how to approach, and for all her flippancy and her joy at stuff, this is an incredibly powerful being, also the person who paid her to do things. So she will approach and do any of the genuflecting that needs to happen. She'll have a big wide grin on her face the whole time, and it's done with respect and a little bit of glee. And she'll give at the end of it just a very stately bow, one that if you have watched her like sneaking around in shadows or just kind of awkwardly running around, you don't think that she could actually manage, but it is smooth and almost as regal and as low as she can go.
As you bow before her, you hear this voice that is like hundreds of songbirds singing at once emanate from her. And it doesn't boom. It's not intense, but it fills the space around you, which, considering you're almost kind of in an open setting, is impressive. Rise, Utazash.
It's good to see you.
Yes, it is always a delight. So, You have been sent to investigate what has happened with what was once called the Shadowlands, a bleeding wound from the Shadowfell that no longer exists, it seems. So, regale us. And there's this flicker of that, just that teeny little bit of mischief in her eyes as she just sort of leans forward and sort of gently rests her chin on one of her hands.
Okay, so absolutely right. It's not only has it been killed, but it's like it's gone the other way. And it's almost like a little bit of the Feywild is there in the material plane. It's very, very pretty. I don't know the specific people who fixed it, but there was a whole bunch of people that helped with stuff that fixed that. But I do know one of them was named Halson, and he's like a druid from the Emerald Grove, which is like really nearby. And everybody is like a fan of his, but nobody will tell me where he is. And he is apparently sad about something. I haven't quite figured that out yet. They keep saying something about how the light of his heart is no longer on the material plane, which, as you are probably aware, is not exactly like, I don't know what that means. I don't know if they are dead or if that is a metaphor or what is going on. So I have not figured that out yet. But as far as like the Shadow Cursed lands, they are no longer cursed. They're very, very pretty. You would like them.
That is quite delightful to hear. And there's this smile that spreads on her face. This Halson. Strange. I've heard that name somewhere before.
Oh?
Yes. I believe it is still connected to those lands in some way. Well, we should reward him and those who fixed such a blight upon the material plane. And she thinks for a moment. Utazash, do you fancy the material plane?
It's fun. It's fun to visit. It's got really good food. Food here is great. Food there is so weird and fun. I want to try it all. And I do need to go back because I'm in the middle of stopping the entire world from being taken over by Tiamat.
What? And there's this moment where that regality falters.
Oh, I did not want to get into stories that had nothing to do with the Shadow Cursed lands and everything else. But like while I was there, I met up with some really awesome people, and we've done a whole bunch of adventuring and fun stuff. But now, there's a lot of plotting going on, and Tiamat is trying to come back into the material plane and take over everything. And so we're trying to fix that. And so I've, with a whole bunch of people who are headed to a place to go fix that. But that's when I got called over here. And yeah, that's why I have to go back anyway, because I'm very important and I'm supposed to go help them.
I need you to make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Sure.
If only because you're using words that like even the most ancient Fae will be like, I'm sorry, what?
That's a 21.
Okay. Her sort of continuing that like break in regality as you continue to tell the story, something about her crown like tilts down a little bit and her expression is just, oh.
Yeah, it's a
Well.
big deal.
Yes, indeed.
Is there something wrong besides the whole idea of Tiamat doing bad things? Because like that's pretty bad, even though they're not coming to the Feywild, it's still pretty bad. Is there something else?
Well, no. The news you bring about the once shadow-cursed lands it is very heartening to know, but speaking of the scaled tyrant, trying to claw her way free is worrisome. As such, I too believe that you must return if you are one of those destined to prevent such a calamity.
Oh, I don't know about destiny, but the people I'm with are definitely going to do everything they can to stop that, and I think that they can, so I should help them.
Well, for you to undertake such a quest, you should be prepared.
Yeah, so that was my one request when I was coming back is when I go back there, I need to remember everything. I know that sometimes that's hard to do, and I kind of, lose whole bits when I go back, but I need to remember everything that happened, like, in the last amount of time when I was there, because it would be very hard for me to relearn everything and stop Tiamat at the same time. Can you do that? Can you make sure that I don't lose that?
She snaps her fingers and says, yes, done.
Okay, good. All right. I was worried that I was going to go back and not even remember Marcus, and he was going to be calling me Uti, and then I was going to be very confused.
In addition to preventing this calamity, I would ask you one more favor.
Absolutely anything you need.
She waves her hand very gently, and some of the vines along the armrest of her throne extend and twist as a rose sprouts from the wood. She takes it, and it just disconnects at the base, and she holds it out. Should you find yourself in the company of one Halsin, please deliver this to him. If he is, among others, the one responsible for curing those lands of that shadow curse, then he too should be rewarded.
I'm sure he would be honored. And I'll reach out and very gently, even though I'm pretty sure there's nothing I could do to this rose to cause it to be harmed, but very gently take it and then surreptitiously take a little sniff. Just because.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Can I fail this on purpose?
Okay,
it's a rose from the queen.
It's a rose from the queen. Does Utazash kind of know how shit works in that regard? Like, if you're given a gift from a fey creature, there's probably something else with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, you can fail it if you want.
She's the courier, so she's not expecting anything bad to happen.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna fail it.
You fail, and your form appears back, maybe 10 feet back from where you were just a moment ago. And Queen Titania says, "It is a summons, my dear Utazash."
Oh, okay, that makes okay. Because 10 feet doesn't seem like a very good amount of teleporting, but that makes way more sense. Okay. And I will find another napkin and very gently fold, basically protect it so that I can put it into my bag. I feel like at this point I've just got a series of napkins with really important things in them, like the rose and that stuff on the ground from the guy who taunted Marcus and the other things that I've picked up. So I will absolutely deliver this to him. I don't know how long that's going to take on the material plane because I don't exactly know where to find him, and also we're trying to save the world. But I swear I will give it to him.
Well, I will accept that. In the meantime, you are potentially going to be doing battle with something very old and very powerful.
Yes.
As such, name a boon that you feel would suit you in this journey.
Oh. Okay, so one of the things that are doing to try to bring Tiamat back has to do with trapping the souls of people, like taking their souls and trapping them in these awful things, lantern things. Gideon could tell you like specifics. I don't like it at all. Is there any way that I could prevent that from happening? Or not have to go to the Raven Queen in order to free them? Or something?
I believe I have just the thing.
You always do.
And she waves her other hand, and similarly, the vines sort of rise and wrap around her wrist very gently. You watch as they sever from the base of the vines, and they weave themselves into a braid around her wrist. She then holds it up and blows, and you can watch as the wood turns to silver. She removes the bracelet and hands it to you.
And I will take it.
This should allow you to interrupt one ritual of your choice. It does have limited uses per day, but if you wish, any ritual that is cast, you can stop.
Oh, that'd be perfect. It will help us stop Tiamat and stop people from getting trapped in places. Thank you. I appreciate it. What should I give to you?
The heart of Tiamat.
Okay.
Well then, I do believe that you are as prepared as you can be. If you require any further assistance, then please return, and we will do our best.
I don't know what kind of assistance I would need, but that is very kind of you to say. No, at this point, I just need to get back to my friends and not have it have been too long, and not forget them. I know it's a lot of qualifiers on a plane shift. I apologize.
Her laughter, like, tickles the back of your neck. She says, "Of course. Harley, bring Utazash back, and we will be anxious to hear of your progress." Harley sort of,
As you wish, Your Highness.
and steps forward.
Are you ready, Lady Utazash?
Have I been given a title too? No title. Just Utazash is fine. But yes, I am ready, and I will give one last bow to Queen Titania before whatever happens.
Before Harley can do anything,
Yes.
you do feel that lurching feeling of being teleported somewhere. After a very strange and somewhat awkward dating show,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you find yourself coming away with a +1 dagger, and
And now Utazash knows what a movie is because she's been to Massachusetts. And only people who went to PAX Unplugged are going to get any.
yes. But hopefully those two people that have brought... No, I'm just kidding. After that experience, you are returned to Sorcerous Sundries. And you appear next to Winifred and Marcus mere moments after you had walked up the stairs to go towards the restricted section.
Oh, is Harley with us?
No.
Okay. I think there's that moment where she turns to thank Harley and goes, I thank him later. Hi! That was very quick. Sometimes it takes years. This was just moments, right? I did this isn't you're here a second time. This was moments.
No, it's been all of 5 minutes, if that.
Okay, it's a little bit longer. No, it's a lot longer. That whole dating thing happened. Okay, yeah. Hi.
What? Hello. Did you get what you needed?
Oh, I think I did and more. Also, Queen Titania is very concerned about what we are doing and wants to help.
Great. Oh, shite.
Why, no, it's a good thing. I got a bracelet that can stop people from being trapped in lanterns and everything.
No. Good. Definitely a good thing. Just the queen.
Mm-hmm. It does. I do. If we ever, I need to look out for a druid named Halson. Yeah, do any of you know a druid named Halson?
Storyteller, do we know anything about a druid named Halson?
Have we run into Halson at any point?
Has Halson decided he's needed a stiff drink and some sweet ink? Like, how would I know this guy?
I mean,
doesn't
Halson have tattoos? Like,
Is he blasted? Homie's blasted.
Technically, he's got tattoos.
Yeah.
But he had them at the druid. I don't know. Like, has Winnie run across him as she's like wandering?
Everybody make me a history check. How about that?
Oh man, I wonder if my fighter.
I'm not there,
history.
correct?
Actually,
Oh, you're
technically,
there.
you would be. You would
Yeah.
be there. Yes, you are with everybody else. My apologies. Sorry.
If you're watching this, when you're watching this at home, please get in the chat and donate. For the low price of just, I think at the time of recording this, $65 more, you too can give me skill proficiencies. Please. I need it. I'm dumb.
Oh,
Dumb.
honey, no.
I'm a fighter, not a thinker.
A foider. Okay, so Marcus clearly got.
I got
like
a 4.
20. Okay, I was close.
I got a 4, everyone.
Okay, you've never heard the name Halson.
Good to know.
No, not even Winnie. What'd you get?
I got a 3.
Okay, yeah, definitely have not.
I didn't get a 3, but I got a 7. So no.
Yeah. None of you guys have heard of Halson the Druid.
That doesn't really make sense for getting into unless Gale suddenly mentioned hot bear daddy, which he might have, but probably not.
I mean,
You could ask him.
Oh, Gale could raw. No. Yes.
I am.
Not what I meant. Wrong character, but also yes. Continue. I'm talking about raw chicken, y'all. God.
Yeah,
sure,
that's what you meant.
that's exactly what you meant.
Don't worry. I think Halson also agrees that Gale could raw. It's all
Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right.
No.
So anyway,
you're all making face like no, not familiar. Okay, Halson is one of the people who helped turn the Shadow Curse lands into not Shadow Curse lands, and the Queen wants to thank him. So I have a thing to give to him, but she understands that like stopping Tiamat is probably more important. But I have to do that before I go back to.
Fair enough. Was there anything else that we needed to take with us before we get our transportation and head out?
From here, or that I should have brought from the Feywild?
Oh, from here.
as you say that, Ilithor is by the amulets and necklaces, and there's one that has several topaz beads.
Oh no!
And he's like,
oh.
Oh no!
You see, Mage Hand just slaps his hand.
Damn it!
Don't touch. You look. You ascertain. You do not touch.
Well, I already ascertained. It says a necklace of fireballs.
And then you're going to touch the necklace of fireballs after ascertaining what it was.
I got.
Yes.
Sorry.
Is Roland the shopkeep?
Yes.
Or who's, okay.
Yes.
How much
is
are
there
they?
something else you needed? The necklace of fireballs.
Yes.
Oh, well, pardon me while I look at my inventory sheet, and while the DM
Someone happen
looks
to
up
have
the...
a bracelet of fireballs or a ring of fireballs, something not that big.
Well, pardon me, I'm intimately familiar with my stock. If one were to quantify the strength of the spell Fireball, that would be, level...
Third, I believe the academic need for the spell would be at least someone who has been in school for 3 years.
Yes, I knew that, of course. For a single ring of fireballs, it would be 500 gold. It would be sort of a limited use, once per dawn. But a bracelet, that would be at least 1,000. And a necklace, well, would be around 3,000
I
gold
see.
pieces.
Might I ask if there is actually, oh my God, I think he pulls out a card that is essentially the tax exempt card that schools get for buying things. He
Wow.
As a representative of the Blackstaff Academy, I believe this would be something quite of use for my student. What would it be without the taxes?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that.
If worse comes to worse, I will bat my eyelashes
Okay,
again.
that's a 19 to start with on the
Okay.
die. And is that a natural? That's a 7. Okay, great. So that makes it a 29.
20. Jesus. Oh, well, with an esteemed member of the Blackstaff Academy, I would say, factoring in your discount, that would be 200 gold pieces.
For the ring?
Yes.
And I'm sorry, what is our gold from the stash?
I think Winifred has.
Right now we have like just gold. We have about 8,000.
Jesus Christ. He's going to look over to Ilithor, seeing him spot the necklace, and then he's going to look over to another section that has the ring and the bracelet. Just going to say, the mage hand dissipates from where Ilithor was and will move and will appear at the bracelet, and will pick it up and float it towards him. Just kind of inspect it to make sure it's not fake. He doesn't think it is. It's Sorcerous Sundries, but still, looks at it and goes, "We'll take this."
All right. Would you like it gift wrapped?
Ilithor?
I mean, if he's offering.
No. We do not waste. It would get immediately wasted, and I have no need for excess, very thin paper.
Okay.
Arm.
He holds his arm out.
He's gonna take the he's gonna look at Winnie, because Winnie has the bag. I'm like, it's 700 if you can. Thank you so much. Going to, is it metallic? Is it like made of like leather? Like, what's the vibe of it?
It's a golden chain and sort of like little charms on small chains connected to the larger one. There are 4 bright orange beads.
Great. He's gonna take the chain and start to put it around Ilithor, and he's going to clasp it together. And as he's doing it, he's gonna say, "This is a responsibility. Not saying you haven't been responsible, but please understand that you have literal arcanic bombs upon your wrist. 4 of them.
Okay, that's not scary or anything.
It is scary, but if you know how to wield it, you'll be okay. You clearly wanted it."
Thanks.
And you
I
need to
won't-
protect yourself.
Well, yeah, I won't let you down. I'll be careful.
At that, not the be careful part, I won't let you down. He'll say, he's gonna like inspect it, kind of turn his hand over, just make sure that it's not gonna like flop everywhere. But you're at the point where you need not to think about letting other people down. You need to understand that you have a place and you are useful in that place. We need to make sure we are not letting you down. I need to make sure I'm not letting you down. And I trust that you can handle yourself. You would not be here with me. You would be stuck behind a desk right now if I thought otherwise. You understand this, right?
Yeah.
Good. Then understand that you have 4 of these. They will be replenished at dawn. Do not waste them willy-nilly. As a matter of fact, ask before you throw.
Okay.
Just gonna like shake his head. The mage hand's gonna like ruffle up his hair. Exactly. And he's gonna look back to Wendy and Roland and mouth a thank you.
Roland says, "Oh well, anything for a possible future sponsor." But I'm a member of the Blackstaff Academy. If these sundries have satisfied you, and any others,
I have a passive set of 17. That's definitely audible to him, and he'll keep that in mind. The bard will remember this.
Hard will remember this.
Like
Get
he's
inapproval.
still going, but you understood in like 2 words what he was already trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Just look to the others.
Cujo, how okay are you with me making your life a little worse? Me, I want to buy something. If that's okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Mess.
Mess.
So Marcus walked up. I'm gonna say to him, "Listen, I had a dream where I could punch way more times than I normally could, and I want to know if I can make that dream a reality. You got anything like a boot that make me faster, hit harder, many more times? Out of character, can I buy a boots of haste, please?"
Before we even get to that,
God
part,
almighty.
I'm not punching enough.
Roland sort of just says, "Have you punched faster?"
Oop.
Is that not a? I didn't mean to. I'm just, I've seen some soldiery types, and some attack quite fast, and others more strong. Could you not just swing faster?
Utazash's head is just suddenly there. Oh, he does both, but it would be fun if he could do both more times.
Well, this is.
I think Shale and Winnie are both sitting there trying really hard not to laugh, and it's not working so well.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like oh god, what was his name? The actor who played Laurence Olivier, who's like, "My dear boy, have you tried acting?" It's like, "My dear boy, have you tried punching faster?" And it's just like,
If you haven't tried acting.
"Fuck you, Laurence Olivier."
Well, we do have those in stock. They are only 1 pair, as it is quite an enchantment. Those do run about 6,000 gold pieces, however. They are quite highly recommended.
But, Marcus, I don't think that's something that we could, and she's gonna like walk up and kind of like pull Marcus aside. I can't charm him that much.
No, that's okay. You don't gotta worry about me. Look, I'm used to getting away with cruddy boots and calling them spats. I'm okay.
Okay, that's a whoo. Like it's one of those dollar amounts that you hear and kind of panic internally.
It's
At
one of
least
the
this
moments
isn't-
where you're just like, you know what? I'll just take the Corolla instead of the Cadillac. That'll be fine.
Thank you.
This isn't that moment where you're at the restaurant and the bill has come and you've already eaten. It's like, oh.
Oh, that's worse. That's if I'm wearing the boots and I'm out the door. You know what I mean?
As you're all having this moment, Winnie, you catch a glimpse of Roland, and he's like leaning against the counter, like fixing his hair a little bit.
I'm gonna see this. I'm gonna turn to her. I'm like, ain't no pair of boots that important. Okay, Sherry, we don't gotta deal with this guy. We can leave. I don't need those boots, me. It's okay.
Winnie is trying so hard not to lose it. Thank you, Roland.
Oh, you're welcome.
Shut up, Omega. Shut up, Omega. Just and like watch that display, loop her arm through shales, and walk out the door.
Gideon just sitting there like,
I'll turn back to Roland and I'll say, thank you very much for your hospitality.
Yes, of course,
I think
yes.
I'm gonna have to just get rid of that punching faster.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Oh, yes, punch quicker. That's really all you should need to do.
Hey, do you want to help me learn how to punch faster than me? I think you got a lot of free time. I could use a lot of lessons. How about that?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
My eyes are up here, and I point over there. I'm like, not down there. Sharpen up. You want to help me learn how to punch quick?
I don't know how I would.
It's called you standing there and just being you. I'll do the rest, me.
Make an intimidation check.
This poor tiefling.
Poor Roland.
No, not poor Roland.
Yeah, no, he's a bit of
no.
He's a bit of an ass.
Yeah.
hey, no, we love Roland. Okay, that's true. But we love Roland.
Roland, he's a bit of an ass.
He's a redeemable ass.
We are confirming that because Roland's here, Lororican isn't. So
Oh, I'll say this. I would rather take Roland over Lorokin any day of the week.
Yes.
As well, you should. That
Yes.
dude was a twat.
Oh,
Yes.
he was an ass. But that being said, it was a 19 intimidation.
There's this moment where his eyes widen. Sorry, I didn't mean to call, I apologize for my unprofessionalism in speaking with your friend, Winnie.
It's okay, mon frere. You made a mistake. These mistakes happen. Just, keep your eyes up. That's all I say, me. Okay?
Understood. Will do.
All right. All right. Au revoir, mon frere. Be careful. And I leave.
Jeez. Well, when we get outside, I'm going to try to link arms with Marcus the same way that Winifred and Shale did.
Mhm.
And Utazash is almost skipping. Almost. And she's going to go, oh, Marcus, I'm sorry you couldn't get the boots, but I have a gift for you.
I'm happy to hear that, Udi. What you get me?
We're going to go around the corner. And
Around-
as soon as I'm like out of sight of Sorcerous Sundries, I will dig into my bag and pull out the book that I stole from upstairs and go,
no, that's right.
so, and just to confirm, Dungeon Master, I got a chance to read this book, right? If not, that's okay.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay,
If only because Kuja has yet to figure out what's really in the book, but it's okay.
that's totally fine.
Don't
So,
judge me.
I didn't get a chance to read it. I was a little busy with, the queen and the dating and everything, but I got you your book, and I'll just kind of hold it out.
Oh, Udi, you gave me a gift way better than a pair of boots. This is tremendous. Thank you so much. I really look forward to reading this, me.
You're gonna have to tell me what is in it because I'm very curious. I was just very busy.
Udi, I don't know you very well, but I will say this. I think there are some things you probably don't want to know. Yeah?
Well, now I want to know even more.
And that's why you shouldn't know it.
Oh, speaking of knowing, and I'm gonna turn and look at Gideon. Your friend was in there reading a really creepy book.
Your friend was reading smut? I gotta go back in there and yell at Roland. He should not be having that out there.
No, creepy, not smutty. No. If it was smutty, I wouldn't be telling on him like this. I'd be saying more like, your friend was in there reading a smutty book. But no, it was creepy.
what are we referring to?
Oh, your that's Master Nevin Torn, that guy. The creepy guy, the guy who tried to be creepy, but he's not really. But your blacksmith person.
I am missing the context. Where did you see him, and what is he doing?
Oh, in the room that he had saved all for himself because egos. And so, like, when I snuck in there to go get the book for Marcus, he was in there reading, and I saw he was looking at a page that had a whole bunch of undead things on it. Well, not the whole bunch. Like one really big undead hand. It was a very impressive artistic drawing, but also
DM, do I know what's being referred to?
Make
Yeah,
a
DM.
history check.
DM, could I pause it for religion instead?
Make a religion check.
I think it was like humanish. It definitely wasn't like attractive dragonborn claw. And it went on like here, and it was all desiccated,
same
and like
for
a
me?
whole page devoted to just that picture. I don't understand, but I thought you should know.
I know this.
Rasputin is gonna help me. Okay. That is going to be a 15 for me.
That's an 18 for religion for Winnie.
For Gideon, it's like at the tip of your tongue. You know, you remember hearing or reading about a severed hand that had long since, well, was supposed to have been decomposed, but you can't recall the specifics. But you do know is that it came from a book about a realm called Greyhawk, which was a long since abandoned realm. I haven't quite figured out the location of where it would be, given that in official D&D wizard settings, it is not in Faerun. But we can make one.
I mean, it's
little
a different plane of existence.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, it's just a flat out different plane of existence.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
That's kind of how Vecna Evil Ruin does it. They're all different planes
got
now.
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sorry, not to like.
There you go.
Yeah, but okay. Okay, I can. Yep.
Winnie. As Utazash describes this, you feel a shiver run down your spine, but you know it is not your conscious feeling. It's not your own body. You feel that shiver from your patron. And you hear evil in your ear.
Gideon,
Yes.
you said you don't trust him, right?
I question why he's suddenly here. I question the fact that Blackstaff didn't know. I question the coincidence of it all. I am not quick to question, but I am with him. Why?
That iconography, that hand, it's wrong. DM, is that enough for me to get a name?
You don't get a name, but you do get a title.
Is it the title that I think?
The Whispered One.
I understand that he's a necromancer, but it's the Whispered One.
The who?
GM?
That jogs your memory.
Well, one, yes. Two, do I get a similar feeling from a deific individual I'm connected to?
Yes.
Who would know? Because arguably, according to Decarios, this person would be the second most ambitious individual. He would never say it's the first, because clearly that's Decarios. But
Yeah.
You don't hear, but you can feel a little bit of eagerness.
chill. Chill. I need you to not. Okay. He will. The blunt truth is, that's not enough for the Black Staff to care. The Black Staff in itself is an ambitious sect who they aren't. It isn't Candlekeep, to put it lightly. And he'll. This is news that we will keep, and if we need to act on it, we will. But for now, make sure no one else knows.
Okay. I mean, I haven't told anybody else about that. I just thought it was a creepy picture of a hand.
If it's connected to the whisper, he pauses, didn't even say the whole name, because invoking the name can be a problem. If it's
There's a reason I didn't say the name.
It is a problem in the list of problems we have. So we will get to it as we can. For now.
And it could be professional curiosity. It could be research, but that kind of research is dangerous, to say the very least.
I did get the idea that he does really dangerous magic things, so it would be in line, right?
Uri, I got a question, me. So, this creepy hand fella and all the people of Queen Titania,
Titania.
Titania, sorry, ain't my court, ain't my cup of tea, I don't know what that means, but they want
You don't want to say her name wrong. She would be very upset.
Look, trust me, where I come from, names also got weight, and it's best you ain't get them right. But that being said, we're gonna be dealing with people that got armies, and they want to help us. Are they giving us armies? Because they got them. And last I checked, we bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people?
Oh, you mean what she gave to me to help?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, not an army. I would be a bad commander, I think. She would have to send somebody else to be a commander, and I said that I needed to come back to help. No, she gave me this. It's a really nice bracelet so that if I see that really bad magic that puts people's souls into cages, I can stop that.
It's a start, I suppose.
Oh, leave it to Marcus. Always going directly for military action instead of maybe taking one step at a time, Shale says, as she just sort of gently leans against Winnie's shoulder.
With a bit of a grin and a swagger, he looks and he says, "Hellhounds never get tired."
We need not think of us being the leaders of a new war. We are simply doing what we can, as we can.
Then that's what we do. We do it one day at a time. Speaking of which, you can't make a first step without actually stepping. We're going someplace else.
Yes, we are. So I think we're headed to get our transport and get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah. All right. As everybody makes their way towards the stables, you are greeted by a marvelous sight of a large carriage, enough to sit. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 comfortably with 2 in the driver's seat at the front. There are 2 horses to draw the carriage. It is ornately decorated in a deep red with a golden trim along the outer or the exterior, and the inside has nice plush seats for you to sit upon.
Utazash is immediately going to go up to the horses and cast Speak with Animals. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Clarence.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, it's been a day. It's been
Oh.
lots of fun. Is it one horse or two horses?
It's 2 horses.
Okay. It's a Clarence and then you?
Thomas.
Clarence and Thomas. Here we go.
Clarence and
Oh, very
They have a-
auspicious names.
Actually, let me rethink that. Hold on.
Let's try that again. Let's take that back.
Tom and
what
Claire.
about Dave and Thomas? They can be the Wendy's horses.
No,
Oh my
it's
God.
Clarence and stupid.
With their horses.
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Okay. It's very good to meet you. We are going to be riding in the cart for a little while. Are you all okay with that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're literally tied to it, so we kind of have to be, but it's okay. We're fine with it.
Okay, if you're never fine with it, you tell me, because you should not be tied to anything that you do not want to be tied to. But if you're happy doing this work, then I have access to getting apples.
I mean,
Both of their faces initially were about to continue complaining before you mentioned apples.
yeah, we're totally happy with it.
Okay, I will make sure you have plenty of apples. If at any point you are no longer interested, you let me know, okay?
Okay.
You might have to kick me because I can't always like talk to you. So like, give me a nudge. And
Like,
then we'll-
so a nudge, not a full kick, because we kick pretty hard, and I don't want to hurt you or anything. So
I
like
appreciate
a 4 out of 10 in terms of strength, or
probably more like a 6 or 5
let's say okay.
or
So
7.
I mean,
Do 7.
a 7 out of 10.
I can be very oblivious sometimes.
Okay. Well, if you lose any teeth, just don't come after us for like legal recompense or anything, because we're just horses. We don't really have any way of. This is a weird conversation.
This is a very weird conversation. Apple?
And you see they both like
I produced 2 apples.
immediately. Yeah.
Yeah.
They immediately
Everybody that is Benjamin and that is Clarence, and they are okay with pulling the cart.
Isn't it Thomas?
Oh, I thought we switched it to Benjamin.
It is Benjamin.
Oh, it's Benjamin. Okay, got it.
I switched to Benjamin.
I'm like, see, don't tell me my notes are wrong. No names.
I didn't. I was typing myself, so I didn't hear the name.
It's- the reason is because we don't want to have any references to, I don't know, the person on the Supreme Court named Clarence Thomas.
Oh,
If we
yeah.
could not.
Yeah.
Think we
Thank
could.
you.
Maybe not.
We're keeping all this in.
Anyway.
Yep.
That's like
So-
that's like having 2 horses named Anthony and Scalia. It's
Yeah,
not a
it's
good
not.
look.
Nah, nah. No, it's a good change. But, so that's Benjamin, that is Clarence, and I will make sure that we pick up apples along the way, because I only had like 5, 3.
Shale says, do you, 5 or do you know how are you with counting, Utazash?
Pretty good,
Okay.
I think.
I'm just curious.
Yeah. I mean, I had 5, but now I have 3 because I gave them 2. So I think I have. Yes. Hi.
Don't be a bitch.
I was not being a bitch. Thank you. I was just merely-
Insight.
Go
Insight
ahead, make
check.
an insight check.
I rolled a 6 to stifle my chuckle.
No.
I don't stifle my chuckle.
No.
That's a natural 20 for a 25.
I love that the Chronicle is now going to have Winifred sees Shale being a bitch.
I mean,
Sorry, I don't know why I made me giggle so much.
Protecting me, Winifred. I appreciate it.
I must write this. It must go in the Chronicle.
Absolutely.
It's got to go in the Chronicle. When he calls out Shale for being a bitch.
Look, to play Tiefling's advocate, my tongue-in-cheek charm probably pissed her off a little bit, so I think it's my fault. I riled her up.
I mean, it also could be my fault because I do sometimes count weird.
No, Udi, in that
No,
one fall,
no,
you're doing
no.
good. You're fine.
Well,
I learned
excuses.
Draconic secondhand, so I sometimes count weird in Draconic. I learned it backwards.
that was all I wanted to know. And Winnie, 100%. She was curious, but she was asking about it in a very, like, I'm intentionally going to sound like a little bit of a bitch way.
Yeah. Winnie just kind of looks at her and blinks with those very big, very unsettling eyes.
Shall we? He gestures to the carriage.
We shall. I roll.
As you all... Well, I don't want to say anything before that. Is there anything else in the city that you wish to complete?
Oh. Marcus.
Yeah, Winnie?
From the bag, we have 2 necklaces. One of them was, what is it, sapphire and silver?
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one?
Ruby and silver. I don't care what past Cujo said.
Whatever the DM says is true, even if whatever the DM said before was also true.
So Winnie will hand Marcus the necklace of non-detection with the ruby set in it. If they're looking for you, this will make it nigh impossible. I got one for you and one for me, since apparently we're the ones with the fucking targets on our backs.
Man, Winnie, let me tell you, I wish I found you a long time ago with me. But I'll take that now. Be very happy to have it.
Just don't lose it.
I won't.
And Winnie will fasten the sapphire necklace around her neck.
Okay.
Marcus will take it and try to adjust the chain so it's more of a choker, because he knows if it's too long, he'll lose it in a fight.
Fair. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just going to buy more apples than I think is probably
Reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah.
An
Like
unreasonable
plunk,
amount of apples.
yeah, like plunk down a gold worth of apples. Like some, fill my bag.
Like a Scrooge McDuck level of apples.
Almost. If, there's a moment in where she eyes the bag of holding and then goes, no, I couldn't convince them. So yeah, unreasonable amount of apples. And then Marcus, if you're okay with it, Utazash will sit next to you to read, if you're going to read the book. She wants to literally look over your shoulder because she's super curious.
Yeah, absolutely. He will look at you and be like, I don't know much about fate, but do you have a mortal soul or nothing else that has any sort of weight of value about you?
Oh, I'm sure I've got a very heavy soul.
Okay, then don't read this book. I'll tell you what, I'll try to censor the bad stuff.
Well, but you have a soul too. So aren't you, if this is going to be problems for souls, then we should probably not read it, or we should read it together and split the difference.
Hey, all it's gonna do is make me go back home. Me. Speaking of which, I totally forgot. I need to close the shop down while I'm gone. I need to swing by really fast and put a out of order, please do not destroy. Right there on my. I'll come. I swear I'm coming back. Rent's being paid. Please don't destroy my business while I'm gone. I need to put that up there, me.
We can swing on by, absolutely.
That would be great. I don't want to, or I could blow it up. Either way.
It took so long. Yeah, the last time you blew it up, it was very cool. Don't get me wrong, really cool. But it took forever to put back together, and you were cranky the whole time. And
Closed for foreseeable future. Maybe just the explosion seems a little extreme. Love.
Okay.
on vacation.
Yeah. Oh, that's vacation.
I get out a big piece of paper. If we're by the place, I start writing all this. For people that would normally come by my place, I'm like, on hiatus, open later. I put some legalese underneath it, so if any amount of tax person wants to come by and take my shit, no sir, I own this, it is mine. I am not here, it's not for you to mess with. And at the bottom, and very small, I start putting in infernal contract packs like any whoso be brave, stupid, or daring to damage or tax this land while I'm gone shall feel the wrath of 3 levels of hell and my right hand. Signed here by the beast of brimstone, the fist of Phlegethys, the maleficent mallet, Henry, Jesus, who's Henry? Marcus Hellhammer.
Like lorddom.
You got wrapped up in the alliteration, baby.
Yeah,
Henry Hellhammer.
Henry Hellhammer. Marcus's split personality. I put all that on there, and by writ and bound in letter and rune, it is an official document. I put it up there on the wall, and I just kind of step back, and I'm like, I want to see the look on a tax man try to come by my place. Me, anything like that.
Would you like any extra assistance with the protection of your shop?
Well, Professor Gideon, I would love to see that. Yes, I would love it.
Where did you place the infernal contract?
I think in order for it to be binding, it should be on the doors. So I'm going to put it on the door, like the 2 doors.
Is it one of those things where someone comes, they're going to be automatically bound to it, or if they read it and agree to it?
It is, I think words is written, if they do anything, knowingly or otherwise, to this location.
Gotcha, I see. Then they're going to look at that and go, would you mind if I add something to your contract? Different type of magic, so it shouldn't mess with your intent.
Absolutely. I'm just starting this whole fancy writing business. Please, do what you gotta do.
And you'll see them begin to form these somatic movements. And as they're doing, you're starting to see runes appear upon this contract, almost like the edges. It almost becomes the border of this paper that is the contract. And they're casting it for quite some time. It is an hour.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some apples. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I feel like this is all happening as we're gathering our shit.
And you see it starting to literally and I think it's like a golden filigree, and around that golden you see that light blue type of aura, almost as if he's making the border animated. Think like Marvel Snap. When you get those cards and the border starts to animate, it's very much that, and it's gold and light blue. And as it's setting, he's whispering these words, and there is a sense of power. I don't want to say the power itself, but what he's doing and how he's doing it and what he's muttering into it. If anyone gets close, you can feel your mind getting slightly foggy, not enough to affect you. You feel like your body wants to move in a way that you did not ask it to, just by whatever he is putting on this contract. I am casting Glyph of Warding. And the glyph is a spell with its suggestion. And the suggestion will be, you will continue to walk. And when you get tired, you will continue past that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Or walk away, I should say.
Look, that's us being nice, because God forbid you get hell's wrath. That is Gideon being polite.
That is what I'm putting onto the door. Also, did we long rest at all? I don't know.
The last time we long rested was when
I have the spell slots for it. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, we had the dream fight, and then we woke up from that, and that's when we had that's the last time we had a long rest. So
after that, okay. So technically, yes, that would have been okay. That's what I need to know. Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Bloop. Great. Yeah, he will inscribe that. I'm going to waste those spells, and also technically, let's get rid of 200 gold for the spell, for the glyph. But okay. The suggestion, and that is glyph of warding. Right.
All right. I'll say at this point, as everybody's handling their business, we're going to rewind a little bit.
Can you check our chat real quick?
Sorry,
in Video Ninja.
Oh, yes. And as everybody is handling their business, I'm going to say we're actually going to go to our break. So for those in chat, stick around for a little bit. We're going to take our 10-minute break. We're totally live right now. Definitely live.
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
At 100% live.
I am very alive.
We're
Listen,
going to
you
take
do
our
what you
break.
gotta do.
We got to do what you got to do. We're going to take our break. For you, it'll be a couple of minutes. For us, it'll be a measure of time. But go get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, take your medicine if you haven't, do some stretches, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes. BRB. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So, the carriage pulls away from the city of Baldur's Gate. And as it starts weaving its way through the town just outside its borders, Gideon and Winnie, the floor is yours.
I think we find ourselves after the aftermath of the fight with the Blood Hag. Gideon is currently eyes closed, focusing on keeping, being the conduit for Dicarios' power, keeping the other two within this dream. And he is waiting, hoping that the others can get back. And there is a panic written over his face, one that is rare because he is calculated, but he makes risks also calculated, but he didn't expect the risk or the price of said risk to be paid immediately. Not like this. And he's just waiting for the others.
I think Gideon would be relieved when the rest of the party does return. In spite of the obvious emotional turmoil. Utazash somehow still in pretty damn good spirits in spite of it all. But I think as everyone's sort of coming down from that adrenaline high and the fear and the rush of combat, once Winnie sort of has her bearings again and understands that she's in the elf song and they're not here. She'll go over to Gideon.
He'll get that last point of confirmation from the one that he worships as that power fades back into the ether that is the astral or beyond. And he is most likely leaning against the wall or sitting in a chair or just pondering. Has separated himself from the others for a moment, whether to catch his breath or to not face the reality with his eyes that this all happened and it didn't need to. But he will tense a bit as he can feel the presence of the hex blood coming over to him.
And in Celestial. I know that you just wanted to help. You had no way of knowing. I had no way of knowing. But now we do, and that is what is important. We know to be on the lookout.
Sometimes when you take risks, you have to understand that there's a point where you no longer can, because the thing you have taken the risk upon is dead. And that could have been you all.
Well, fortunately for you, that's not the case. We are all still here, and you have to deal with all of us.
He's going to look back. His eyes for a moment peer over to the snoring Elithor. But we'll look back to Winnie finally. And there is no tears in his eyes, but there is a clear stress. The bags are more apparent. What was learned? Was there anything? Was this worth it?
Yes. Gideon, you can see Winnie is very good at pulling herself together. But it is very difficult right now. I was under the impression that they were all gone. And the knowledge that not only are they still among the living, but they are still... They still want me back. But then I think what would have happened if I didn't know. If I turned the corner in some alley and but now we know.
He is going to stand from his seated position, and he's not going to touch, because when you're in a state like this, even asking for consent and receiving it isn't necessarily true. But he's going to get close, allow his own natural warmth to be of comfort, if that is possible. Do you want to go back?
I would rather die. They took me from my home. I don't remember how long ago it was. Not really. It's the thing with the Feywild. Time. But I did not go willingly.
I won't claim to know or be an expert on the matters of the Fae. I know enough to teach what Fae power can do, and understand what this means for you. So do me a favor. We're going to blend a little bit of your power and mine. Speak the words that you will not return. Speaking brings truth. Speaking out loud makes it reality. Manifesting is power within itself. I know this. I know this because whom I serve knows this. We get what we want. We take what we want. And it's my job to guide those into that understanding. You understand what I am saying?
Yes?
I do not make pacts. I do not make deals. But I'm making a promise to you right now. Once you speak the words that you do not wish to return to this coven, I will ensure that all the power that I have, guided by the ambition of my God, it will not happen.
By the gods, I will not go back to that fucking coven.
GM,
Yes.
remember we spoke about as we grow with this, things are gained. If you will allow me to, I would like this to manifest as she's speaking these words. Her very breath is becoming, it starts that purple that we know is associated with Winnie and her power, and it shifts into that gold and blue and begins to wrap around the both of them. If you will allow it, I would like in this moment to unlock the Fortune's Favor spell and gift it to Winnie through utilizing the Galarian Weave.
As the magic manifests around you, you can hear in your mind, Gideon. Ooh, good choice. It is done. And you may unlock that spell.
As you are stating this intent, and he is manifesting that intent into power itself, and that gold and blue is wrapping around, and there's still wisps of that purple. Because with ambition, you utilize other people's power to help yourself, and in helping yourself, you're helping them. There is a push and pull. There's a waxing and a waning. There is a give and take in a way. And you can feel an empowerment that feels so different than any other arcanic power you have ever felt, any other divine power you have ever felt. It almost is contradicting with the weave that you can connect to through your pact, through your patron. It doesn't hurt it. It doesn't want to force it out, but it feels like if you stand in a packed train and it's already tight, but then that one person stands right next to you and you are pushed. That's what is happening to your own power. Not uncomfortable, but you can tell that something is there that is strong, and it does not mesh with what you have, and it will never. And as this comes upon you, you can feel that. 1 second. Yeah. There we go. You can feel it almost solidify around you, and then that power swirls in front of your person, in front of your eyes, actually. And it coalesces that purple, blue, and gold. It forms into this very small spherical object, and it is just floating right in front of you. Consider this my promise. It will help you. And you have a pearl from the Fortune's Favor spell, meaning that when it freaking loads, meaning that I believe you can add a d20. You can basically advantage you can roll an additional d20 and choose which one you want to use when you make an ability check, saving throw, or attack roll. Or if an attack is made against you, you can use that d20 to force their roll to be whatever you have rolled. And if you have advantage or disadvantage, or something has disadvantage, you can basically do super advantage with it. It's a very powerful spell.
Super advantage.
Super advantage.
Winnie sort of shakes her head and squares her shoulders and plucks this pearl from the air. Thank you, Gideon.
I have learned my purpose in this world. It is to teach, but it is ultimately to unlock potential. We saw what happened within Baldur's Gate some time ago. We saw how people were hopeless. They couldn't help themselves. They couldn't even try if they wanted to. It's not that they were powerless. It just wasn't enough. And we depended on a group. Some not even native to our home, to my home. And I was grateful for their help. So grateful that I've even dedicated myself to one of them. Because I understood. I won't let those I teach and guide be that hopeless again. And I will never say I can bestow the power upon someone. No. They will bestow it upon themselves. Because they've had it all this time. They just need a little bit of nudging. You will never return to that coven because you have said it to be true. And next, given time, given patience, given manifestation, you will end all of them.
And Winnie doesn't speak. She doesn't offer any sort of a confirmation. But there's a tension in her jaw and under her abject terror. Tiny little mote of fury. She nods.
Good. Now we sleep. And in the days to come, we leave Baldur's Gate. We will do what that necromancer needs us to do. We will find what we need to help our dear Hellhammer. We will use the arrows that fly from Utazash. We will do what we must. And through that time, we will all grow We will learn. And I cannot wait to see you hold those hag's crowns. I'll be curious to know what you do with them.
We have to survive the Dragon Queen first, I think. One thing at a time.
One thing at a time. Yes.
But before she returns to actually try and take her rest again, Winnie will just reach out and she'll take Gideon's hand and just squeeze tight.
He'll allow that and he'll feel that squeeze. And even in that squeeze, you feel a give and take again, just for a moment. I think you, amongst our group, at least in this moment, at this moment in time, now understand exactly what Gideon's power is. It's not just to support, it's to utilize, because helping him helps you and helping you helps him. It's always this back and forth. And you can feel that just in that grip. And you're probably also, if you even understand the reality of Blackstaff, you're probably now realizing why he got hired. If you were to be able to ascertain alignments, you're getting very much neutral good.
And that does make Winnie smile a little. Tell your Dicarios I said thank you.
No, because then he will gloat. He says, thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, well, that's fine. You don't need to thank me or anything. That's whatever.
And then Winnie will return to the others as we shunt back to the present, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
All
Absolutely.
right. So, you all begin your journey, leaving the city and watching the mammoth walls slowly. Sorry, just everyone you guys are doing. Slowly disappear. But
Wait, we're off to see the wizard. Anyone else? Just arm in arm?
one
No?
short day. You all continue on your journey. For this next chunk, I would like to try something with all of you. First off, everybody go ahead and gain 1 luck for the RP that has happened so far this session.
Oh, yes. Yes, luck. Yes, we love luck.
Luck is a thing, just as much as doom is a thing.
No,
but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So I have wanted to try something in a setting like this for quite some time.
Let's do it.
You all are riding in your cart eastward towards Elturel. Now you're going to have to pass through the once shadow-cursed lands. Now, in the original game, Baldur's Gate 3, if you did cure the lands, you saw a glimpse that everything started to stitch its way back to normal. But that was sort of the only bits that you could see. So, I am going to toss this bit of world building to my players. The way that we're going to do this, I would love for you guys to roll a d20, and that'll establish our order. Then, one by one, you guys shape the details of what this land is now like. You can go around as many times as you like to incentivize you a little bit. For every round you guys go through, that is going to be... Let's see. I was thinking luck, but you have to re-roll a d4 when you max out, and then that's your next amount. I am thinking if you go through 2 rounds,
you will gain heroic inspiration for your character sheets. Everybody, you just get inspiration. So we'll start there. I'm going to still workshop this idea, but I'd like the idea to give the world building tools to you guys as well. And then I, being the DM, I'll chime in, obviously, for like dungeons or like the BBEG's palace. Like, okay, maybe I'll take those. But like for travel encounters and stuff that you might encounter along the way, or just little details about the scenery, I would love to toss that to you guys as well, because this is collaborative storytelling. So everybody roll your d20 and let me know what you get.
I got a 3.
Okay.
I also got a 3.
Oh my god.
Hey,
I got a 14.
I got a 15.
Okay.
Hey.
I will leave it between Lauren and Omega on who would go third.
This is specifically in the revived Shadow Curse lands.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna say I think it's awesome if actually Utazash goes last. If
Okay.
I go last, because yeah, I want to see what y'all do with these Fey lands that have happened.
Yeah. So, PJ.
Okay. 1F because I can genuinely see this happening, and 1F because I'm lazy. I think when Halsin gets back and sees that those lands are now, for the first time in a long time, without corruption, but they are still lands, I think he is going to work very hard to either put a satellite of his circle there and create a grove, or, probably more honest, give the denizens of that land the tools to create their own grove and let that land be itself. I don't think Halsin would let this land be, you know what I mean, just by itself without a grove.
Okay. Are you granting me the choice to decide between the two?
1,000,000,000%.
Okay. I like it. I'm going to say I actually really like the idea that Halsin's like, this land has been restored. You will fucking leave it alone. You will let it be. Please. We don't need another goddamn castle. Okay. So there is an understanding as bestowed from Halsin that any survivors from the Last Light Inn or from the battle at the castle, they are not to settle. They are not to take up that land. They will leave it be to nature. Okay.
You know, and I can see Jaheira, assuming she doesn't die in the battle,
Jaheira being put in charge of that?
Absolutely. And I could see she would enforce it too.
I like it. All right. Laura.
Well, as we're moving through, after a certain point, Winnie, I don't think Winnie would spend a whole lot of time in the carriage, because she has her broom and she kind of enjoys it. It's kind of nice to get a bird's eye view every once in a while. And I think the first thing she notices is exactly what Zash was saying. It's the Feywild fauna and flora that has started to integrate itself with the material plane. There are rose bushes that are a little brighter, colors that don't quite make sense for this plane. There are creatures, like they pass a stream, and there are trout and the usual kind of things, but there's a couple of critters that don't quite fit. It's almost like a stingray, but they kind of hop themselves out of the water and they flap a bit and they plop back in. It's just a couple of things that aren't quite right for the material plane. And it's not threatening yet, because it's the Feywild. The Feywild is usually threatening. But it's that. I think that's the first thing that Winnie notices is the integration of the Feywild with the material plane. And she would probably immediately point that out to Utazash, because Winifred is also technically a Fey kid.
Okay. I love that. Omega.
So I had a thought, and I have to. I don't think I'm going to necessarily influence the Shadow Curse, well, these lands now, but I am honoring something about them. We know that the Shadow Curse was dismantled, and now the land is as it was supposed to be, by the doings of the party and Housen and all that. But there is someone who has been able to harness the power of that Shadow Curse. And I think a certain academy would be very intrigued to know about that very specific type of necrotic energy. So if allowed, I think Arabella is a student at Blackstaff now.
I love that so much. Oh,
I think Withers just dropped her off.
Yeah.
He promised to get her to safety, so yeah.
His crusty ass showing up going like,
I believe this little one has information you'd find most elucidating. I have to go make hirelings for some idiot now.
That's a really good Withers. I just got to point that out. That's really good Withers.
That's really good. I love that. Ooh, that's cool. Okay. All right.
Yep. I was like, I don't think I can think about what this would be, but I think she's still around, learning. She might even know Illithor. So we'll see.
Interesting. I love that. Okay. Lauren.
So I love what PJ said about how this place is, no one should live here. No one should, there's no more building of castles or anything. But the Last Light Inn for so long had an incredibly powerful cleric protecting it, using her goddess's magic to just shield and shield and shield and shield and shield. And so I think no one stays there, no one lives there, there's no permanent residence, but something about that building continues to be a haven of safety for travelers. So as people are going through, they know there's just this innate sense, do not put down roots. Do not, it's the whole leave footprints, but don't, soil the land, take pictures, don't take shots. But the Last Light Inn continues to be a place that it just feels comforting. It's almost like just a forever tiny hut. And it doesn't matter who is there. It doesn't matter if there's multiple caravans or groups that have gone through, that there might be tensions among people. Something about that place, no one even thinks to draw their weapons, to engage even in a heated argument, that it's, everybody kind of has the sense of that can wait. Not here, not now.
I love that so much. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. So that is one round through. Here's the compromise. If you guys cannot think of something else to add, that is perfectly fine. I don't want you guys to pressure yourselves if you don't need to. If you stop here, I will give all of you 1 luck. If you go through one more time, you will get heroic inspiration.
Okay, listen.
Let's do it.
We got this.
Yeah.
All right. PJ, we come back to you.
okay. So let's see. Okay. because no world can ever be perfect, and scars do not heal. Somewhere in this land, there is still a bubbling, roiling pit. A pit that used to be a castle. A pit that is owned by Burkle. A little pit of bubbling, boiling green. It's hard to find. In fact, it feels like it changes every day. But somewhere in this land, there is this leftover. This remnant. This shadow.
A remnant of Merkel.
A remnant of Merkel.
A Merkel boy.
Okay.
I don't like that. Oh, oh God, PJ, look at the DM's face. What have you done?
Look, I'm a world builder. I got to make the good and the bad. Here you go. Here's your gift.
Yep.
Kill us with
Maybe
it.
that is
Yep.
where I reward stuff. If you give me like bad things, then you just
Ooh.
get more stuff out of it. Ooh, I love that.
So is it the first round is all good things, and then if we do a second round of all bad things, that's what gets us
That's
the next
entirely up to you.
Look, the more bad you make, the more I punch it in its face. So
That's true.
I won't be upset.
That's true.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. Laura.
Okay. What remains of the House of Healing is desecrated. It is. I don't know if anyone's ever been to the ghost tours, like down in New Orleans. I went on one a couple of years ago, and the last place they took us to was the La Laurie Mansion.
Oof.
And you walk past that place, and you can feel the evil. It's like walking past a blasting air conditioning in the middle of high summer. It's just a rush of cold and nausea. And no matter what the druids of this new grove have done, that is a place that is not traversed anymore. You do not go into the ruins of the House of Healing. It is understood that place is not a place to linger. Not back then, and certainly not now.
Okay. Oh, I love this so much. Okay. Omega.
Where do spirits reside? It is within the ethereal. Where do spirits reside when killed in the land tainted by necrosis and shifted afterwards? It's the ethereal, but they have more control than they should. The forever caretakers of this land, be it tainted or not, is the Thorn family. It is their land. Not their land, but they, Ketheric, Thistlebald, Malice, Garangoth, all of them still reside here. And if you invoke their name, because they all died dedicated to Shar. Melodia is still there as well, though. Ketheric's wife, Isabel's mother. She's probably the only one that would help a traveler, considering her dedication to Saluna. But everyone else, start digging around that mausoleum if you want to.
Fuck around and find out, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watch Ketheric come back, just roided on juice, and he's all like, "You want to see what I do in other dimensions?" Like, no, I don't want to go to the Invincible universe. You're fine, dude.
I don't want to touch. In fact, I do not, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks.
Give me pictures of Spider-Man.
Give me pictures of Daddy. Goodbye. Daddy. Goodbye.
Yep.
I love it. Okay. Lauren.
So we've talked a lot about the surface, but there's a whole Underdark, and they're all connected. And just like in the Feywild, there's a Feydark as well. And I feel like for all of the wild and beautiful and terrible things that are on the surface, there's just as much wild and beautiful and terrible underneath. And especially so one of the big things about the Feydark is it's all about life, even in the darkness, but fungus and mushrooms are really powerful and strong. And there was a whole colony of myconids that probably feel real good, that are ready to expand again. Those Dwagar that were a problem, they're gone. The other circles, they're gone. These heroes came by and fixed all these problems, and now everything feels really powerful and dark and perfect for a bunch of bioluminescent fungus creatures to just thrive, for better or for worse. So yeah, I think as soon as you think about going the Underdark route, you have to contend with a myconid colony that is a bit stranger than even the regular myconids are. Their song is in a minor key.
I love you all. That is fucking cool. Okay. You all are going to gain heroic inspiration. These notes are now canon. You have created a part of the world that we all get to play in now. I love that so much.
What I love about this is this helps me, because why couldn't Utazash find Halsin? Why couldn't Utazash find anybody who knew where Halsin was? No one is supposed to stay there. No one is supposed to linger there. Everybody goes. The only people who are there are like these random little fey creatures and bears.
Fey creatures and bears.
Fey creatures and bears.
So I guess I understand. Are we just getting heroic inspiration, or are we getting that plus to luck? As well?
Go ahead and take the extra luck as well.
Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
I'll do both.
Thank you.
Heck yeah.
Both rewards.
I just wanted to make sure. Great. I get keeping it on.
Just as an additional note, I know I mentioned it before. If you do end up with 5 luck, you will then have to roll a d4, and that is now how much luck you now have. So please feel free to spend that luck.
And each luck is 1 for 1. 3 is a reroll.
Each luck is 1 for 1. 2 is a reroll.
2 is a reroll. Okay.
3 is like a
Change the nature of the universe.
change the nature of the universe. You can essentially quickly establish something lore-wise, whether
Gotcha.
it's about your character, whether it's something in the town that you're in. You can spend 3 luck and add something to the scene without changing canon, or basically being like, the boss has 1 HP.
Yeah.
You know,
I know a guy. It's that kind of thing.
kind of. Yep.
I have what I like to call a stupid person question. So I have, I had 2 luck points before this, because I think you said we get some luck points at the start of every game. Do the points at every game stack, or do they go away? Like, how does that work luck wise?
That is a smart question, actually, because
That
I
is a
didn't
very
think about
smart
that.
question.
Yeah.
It feels like
Yeah.
they probably Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. What are you?
Oh,
what are you
nope. It's your game.
doing? Okay. I will say, if you start the session at 0 luck, you just gain 1 luck at the start of the session. So you have something to start with.
Okay.
If you have luck at the start of the session, then you don't gain an additional luck. This way, no matter what, you have something in the tank.
Cool. So, like, it's like, as long as you have some luck already, you will not gain more. If you have 0, you always have 1 minimum. Because I want to know, because I don't think I've ever spent a luck point. So I have 4 luck points right now.
Okay.
Just putting that out there. Cool. All right. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So we are incentivized to use our luck.
Yeah, I have forgot about the luck mechanic. I'm writing it down right now.
I gotta
so-
remember it's there too.
I'm just gonna say I'm starting with the 2 that we just got and going from there.
Okay.
Because I don't want to just like retroactively say I had them personally. That's
Right.
but yeah. Yeah, I can
Sounds
keep
good.
y'all though.
Who's driving the carriage?
Ooh. Why do I feel like what? Why do I also feel like it's Shale?
Could be.
Am I wrong? She gives me that vibe that she could, but I don't want to put that
Yeah.
on her.
I
Is anyone-
100% agree. Utazash would at very least help, at least in this part, because she's been through.
Driver versus navigator.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Utazash is the worst backseat driver on the planet.
Wait,
Cannot.
who's got the aux cable? That's the next most important question.
The bard.
A bard.
I might be a
know.
spoken word. I might be an influential bard, but I think he probably has pulled out his dulcimer and is essentially playing Hotel California. But it's oh god,
The Hildegard von Bingen
It is-
version.
it is this Tavern Kalimshan is what he's playing.
There you go.
Which is actually not to make that a throwaway thing. The music that's coming out, I mean, it's very ornate and very, very simple, of course, but also like there's like a power to it. And it feels too natural. There's bardic natural, and there's a sense that this music is home. And then when you think about what he looks like, which I've described in some way, you know, people who might be knowledged in Faerunian or like who know where people might sit. He's from Little Kalimshan. He's a Kalashite.
Oh, okay, cool.
But he is just probably chilling in the back playing, not in the back, but chilling, playing his dulcimer.
If Utazash is out front with Shale, I would like you to make a perception check for me.
Sure.
Perception.
Perception.
16.
If I was a wise man.
God damn it.
Hate it.
You love it.
I do.
Don't
Welcome
fucking
to-
lie to me.
Welcome to Deck Save on a Roof. I'm your host.
Oh my god, PJ.
As you are making your way through, the carriage ride has been peaceful for the most part. You're starting to get a clearer look at some of these Feywild creatures that have meandered through. You see. Oh,
I have to add it. I have to. I'm missing an opportunity if I don't. You say you got a what on that? On your roll?
16.
Great. As he's playing this dulcimer, everyone just kind of feels like they can do a lot. Like the world is your oyster in a way. All things are possible, to say it like that. As he's not even realizing he's doing it, he's activating his aura of possibility, which is one of my subclass features. As an action, I grant all allies within 10 feet of me a +4 to ability checks for 1 hour.
Ooh. So that
shit.
So there's a moment where Utazash is doing the looking around and the listening and taking a whiff, and then is gonna look back to tell Shale something, and then something about the way that Gideon is playing makes her actually look back towards him, and then gets like she'd forgotten to look in that direction, and so gets a clearer scope of the land. As that's now a dirty 20.
Hey, just gives you a wink as he just continues going.
As the carriage continues along the road, the travel has been peaceful. With the shadow curse having been lifted, the roadway through here has actually been vastly improved, even passing by what was once an old beaten down fort that it looked like it had been stayed in by some squatters at some point. Even that looks like it is starting to be repaired. As you are passing into the region of the Shadow Cursed land, well, once Shadow Cursed lands, you can spot some of these Feywild fauna as they are sort of milling about. You see some birds with multiple colors in their feathers that just give them this beautiful sort of kaleidoscopic glow as they fly through. You can hear and see some of the plants almost turn and look in your direction as the carriage passes through. Some of them with these long sort of palm tree like leaves just like retreat in, almost like a defense mechanism.
Laura hates it. Winnie thinks it's delightful.
As you are passing through this area, we'll say it's about sunset, and you can hear Heinrich? You hear a feminine voice in the trail ahead, and you can see a halfling woman. She's got a club in one hand and a lantern in the other, as she is sifting through some of the brush trying to find something. She's got her hair in a bun, but there's several strands that have come out. She's got a worried look on her face, and she's wearing like traveler's clothes, but not adventurer gear. And she's got sort of a satchel that is slung across her chest that looks like maybe it could be filled with, bits of food, like a simple traveler's pack.
Utazash is going to point this person out and get up to go approach, but will take the moment to look for the ambush because she's trusting in a way, but also knows like, oh, this is going to be an ambush. Absolutely. And she's still going to go spring the trap, but she's looking for it.
I love two things. One, I love when D&D players are like, this is a bad thing. But then I love when there are characters who actually legitimize that way of thinking. Because it's not meta at all. Utazash is like, yeah, this is going to be a problem.
That's a trap.
That's
a trap.
I just love that.
In LARP we call it doing the dumb. Like you know this is stupid. Your character's like, it looks okay to me. And you know what I mean?
Yeah. I figure either I am correct and this is a trap and then I get to be right, or I am wrong and I'm pleasantly surprised that we are all okay. Either way, do I see or hear any sign of bandits?
With your dirty 20, you don't hear any sign of bandits. But you can hear some rustling in some of the vegetation, maybe 50 or 60 feet from you, like in the thick of the brush.
Okay.
That?
Yeah, we've got somebody looking for somebody. And I'm like, I've hopped out of the cart and started to trot up towards, hello!
Oh, hello. You haven't seen another halfling gentleman around, have you? About my height, a bit of a poorly groomed beard.
No, I don't think so. And I'll look back towards anybody. Anybody see another halfling that I might have missed?
Well, actually, DM, Winnie's been up on her broom. And I think she usually stays like up, kind of like with her feet at the level of the top of the carriage. But every once in a while, she'll kind of pop a little bit higher and like do little circles, like a little hawk, and then float back down.
Awesome.
So, would she have seen anything?
Make me a perception check. I'll say with advantage. Because of that height.
You're too far to get my Ura, sorry.
That's fine. That's fine, because that's an 18 on the die plus 5.
Nice.
23.
With a 23, you circle above for just a moment and you take in the scene around you. On one side of the cart, things seem relatively normal for material plane. You get regular vegetation, you get, the standard sort of ambiance in that direction. But on your left, specifically the direction that this halfling woman is looking, in the distance, you see a collection of more of these Feywild trees and brush and bushes. And you can see, even at sunset, that there is what looks to be a crack in the ground where it could possibly lead to a cavern underneath.
Oh dear. Winnie is going to glide back down and inform the others. And she's going to actually glide over to Utazash and the halfling woman. Pardon me, Auntie, do you remember the last time you saw him? Do you know what way he was headed?
It was just a few minutes ago. We were walking along this trail, and I watched him be pulled into this fauna by something, but I couldn't quite see what it was. And I'm a little terrified of going in after him. I only have this club. It's a part of a chair leg that I brought with for protection. We don't have a lot of money. I can't afford a sword.
This is very smart of you. That's what you said? And Utazash is walking in that direction.
Is it in the direction of the crag?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Goes out.
Gideon, Marcus.
Yep.
Shale
gotta
has
do a
pulled
rescue.
the carriage over at this point.
Thank you, Shale.
Yes,
Hello.
of course. Let's help another one. That's great.
That's what we're going to do. I assume just stop.
I am fine. It's
You-
fine.
well, then you can watch the carriage and make sure Illithor doesn't get eaten by something.
Maybe I will. Maybe that was my plan all along. Maybe it will be better for me to babysit.
Hmm.
Funnily enough, Gideon, like he's been kind of like blasé because in the same vibe he hadn't said anything, but the face that's written upon his face is exactly what Shael just said. We're gonna have anybody? All right, cool, great. But
Also,
sits back.
I would like to make it abundantly clear that Winnie is not actually being bitchy. It's giving very much younger sister dealing with the snotty older sister.
Oh, 100%. Well, 100%.
I'm taller than you.
He's gonna just put the dulcimer back, and he looks over at Shael and says, "Actually, can you please watch? Just make sure he gets too curious."
No,
Thank
of
you.
course.
He will just wander out into the darkness, and then we're gonna be looking for 2 lost lambs.
His head pops out of the window. I would not.
Would you now?
Not if I could help it.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Also, I'm gonna pop mage armor.
Yeah, there you go.
In the back of the carriage, you're gonna see Marcus asleep with the book, like kind of steepled over his face. And once he comes to a stop, he's gonna be like, "Did we get to hell yet?"
Marcus.
What? What I do
Yes,
come
wrong?
on,
Does that
we're in
mean?
hell.
Would you-
Welcome.
Shut up. Would you? We've got a lost halfling gentleman, and it's. I think he's been dragged off by some of the Feywild nonsense. Come on, you might get to punch something.
Oh, no, I'm gonna do it me. I just like I'm a little stiff from the ride. That's all me. Hold on. And he's like just stretching. He's like getting deep in like.
No, let's take all the time you need, love.
Do it right or do it not at all. That's what I say.
I would like to say,
Oh, go ahead, Lauren.
because Utazash did as soon as we got into the woods, and she does have this fun thing in where she can pass through non-magical plants without being slowed by them or taking damage.
Nice.
And I have advantage on saving throws against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement. So she's not trying to be stealthy because she's actually trying to make sure that her friends can follow her trail, but nothing is gonna stop her.
All right.
Bows out and she's, what was his name again?
Heinrich.
Heinrich! Are you dead already?
Couple things.
Oh my
happen.
god.
I'm gonna run up and catch up to Utazash after I'm done stretching. I'm like, Uri,
Hi! Watch out, don't step there.
yeah, listen, we gotta be careful out here. Like, there might be some things that are willing to kill us, just like they kill,
Heinrich.
allegedly kill Heinrich. Yeah, so maybe a little bit quiet.
Well, I needed to make sure that you could follow me.
But now I'm here, so we don't gotta do that now. We can just look for Heinrich. We can just do
Okay.
that us.
I mean, would you like me to be stealthy?
You see Marcus gonna step back and go, yes, I would like to see that. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace. So you watch, she just nods at you and then moves behind a tree. And technically you would get this too, but anybody within, what is it, 30 feet of
30
me?
feet, yeah.
You get plus 10. And I'll just go ahead and roll that stealth check right here and get a 39.
Christ on a crutch.
Jesus.
So I step behind, I'm like, okay. I step behind a tree. You feel the shadows of the Fae kind of coalesce around you a little bit. They're
I
very,
never saw Zash again.
and then Utazash is just gone.
There's this moment
Oh,
like,
shit.
well, sacre man. Holy shit, she just gone poof. Where'd you go?
Shh. Marcus.
Yeah.
You realize that now we can't find the one person who's actually real good at navigating through this shite, right?
Yeah, no, I realize that now. Thank
Yeah?
you for telling me.
I pop my
Yeah,
head
no.
out and I'm
I
like,
didn't
I'm
think she
still
was
right
gonna
here.
completely
No.
vanish.
Yeah, no, I'm still right here.
Gideon.
What
do you
You see, so I also realized something. I think we might have all had different variants of what this carriage was. As we were describing where we were inside and what it was. So I'm actually realizing that Gideon was sitting on top of the carriage playing this. Just kind of like laying back. So he just slid off, made sure that Elturel shell fine. And you all would see him just kind of sauntering up through the tree line.
And when he's still on the broom, so she's like having a little side saddle moment, maybe like 4 feet off the ground.
I would imagine I'm standing upright. So you're floating next to me. Is that what you're doing?
Yes,
Okay.
she's just floating right next to
Love it.
Marcus, making fun of him for being a dweeb.
Just like, holy shit, you absolutely phantom. What are you doing? Get over here. I can't see you.
Well, no, that's the whole point. But now nobody can see it unless it's fun. And she'll step behind a tree again. Gideon is
You
step
know what,
up.
Winnie, this is my mistake. I apologize. That's on me.
Good-
All
good
of you
job,
will
Dylan.
feel because I think Pass Without Trace is like 10 minutes. It's something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh no,
think
it's
about it.
concentration up to an hour.
Yes,
So
Yeah, so it's just there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you
Alright.
all feel because you're all in my friendship circle. So you all kind of know, like Gideon, as you come sauntering on up, you just feel that weird, shadowy presence.
I think even more than that, he's like walking. You hear like the crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
But
Something is making noise nearby.
Behind me,
Yeah.
Oh no.
gonna pause and like turn in that direction. His hands like behind his back, and he's gonna.
Make a perception check.
Guarantee you it's Ilithor.
Well,
Or
technically,
it's the
Oh
other
my
halfling.
fucking
this was
God.
done
Or it's the other
when
halfling.
my oral possibility is still going because I did that when Utazash started doing everything. So
Yep.
we're like in that hour.
I got you.
Oh God. Okay, great. You said perception, please. 24.
Nice.
With a 24, you turn and look. You're looking over some of the bushes that are kind of in the way. There's the trees that sort of move oddly, but nothing catches your eye at first. That bush behind you, that wasn't there a second ago.
Seeing that bush now, just gonna. How much have you read of bardic tales surrounding the burning bush?
I happen to know
Zash
that
comes
one
out from
very
behind
well.
a tree nearby. I've not read those. Do you have them nearby? Oh,
Are you going to make it talk?
What? Why do you?
You could
Why do you
s- you-
ask?
You can see. First of all, you could all see he's saying this to the bush. And
I love
he's
that we all
going
misunderstood. We're all like,
and he's going to shift his hands. He's gonna like splay his fingers. Actually, I can actually tell you exactly what it is because this is actually a cool moment to do this. There you are. There we go. Active perfect. Yeah, you see him literally begin to form an alchemical symbol in the air, and it's fire. You can tell that he's forming something.
I would like you to make an intimidation check with advantage.
Guys, okay.
Please
All right.
intimidate this fern.
Okay, higher.
Thorn in a ghillie suit.
That is another
boy.
24.
You're intimidating
With a
shrub.
24, as you form this symbol, and even the symbol just sort of shimmers as though it's on fire, this bush lifts, and like you can see a very vaguely humanoid figure, but really not, standing at about 2.5 feet tall, made of pure wood, holding what looks like a small staff. This teeny little creature like shakes its little hands as a method of trying to calm you.
Just looks back at the group.
The leaves
do
rustle
I-
a little bit. Shh.
Oh, yeah.
Do Winifred or I recognize what this creature is?
Yeah, did the fake kids get it?
The fake kids get it.
Make me a nature check. The two.
I feel like Fake Kids is like a rock band, like a kind of alt punk kind of band.
I'm gonna use 2 of my luck and re-roll that.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Ass. That's better. 15.
Okay.
16.
Okay. You have both encountered little things called twig blights. This seems a little bit different, though. Twig blights are very clearly of the Fae, and they are always mischievous. They are always out to cause chaos in whatever way, shape, or form they can. A peaceful twig blight? Specifically, a peaceful twig blight that is comprised of non-Feywild fauna?
Aw.
That's a little different.
Do I happen to know like would they speak Sylvan?
You can always try.
You can, yeah. You are welcome to try.
Okay, yeah. I think Utazash is gonna kind of peer at this thing, and then you'll hear her say, "Oh hi, how you doing?"
God, the accent dropped when he did that. I'm sorry, I was not used
I
to
love
that.
those.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing when he speaks another language.
When Utazash isn't speaking a language that is not her native language,
It's so
she has
good.
an accent.
I love it.
I love it so much. The creature turns and looks and locks eyes with you, but it doesn't respond. You just hear this sort of shimmer in its leaves, along with some of like the twigs that sort of creak a little bit with the movement.
I'll get just a touch closer, just so that I can speak real soft.
Wait.
And then I'll stop because Winifred is super excited about something.
Laura remembered a spell that she has.
Oh, let's go.
Eye of Tongues.
Oh shit!
So if this creature kind of like looks at Zash and is just like, blah, when he's gonna get off the broom and like crouch so as not to be like threatening, and she's gonna hold out her hand.
She is a friend. It's okay.
I'll reach out. You just feel this teeny little twig wrap around your hand.
And then I'm gonna cast
Holding
tongues.
holding
So-
space for tongues.
holding space for tongues. So yeah, the spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears.
Oh, okay. All right.
In the same
Um,
breath, because I really love that, so I'm not going to like upstage that. That's not, you know what I mean. But I'm not going to let what I do shift. Just looking as this is happening, you see him touch one ear, you see him go around to his mouth, and then you see him go around to his other ear with the hand charm that he has. Because it's a staff of charming, I'm going to cast comprehend languages.
Nice.
Okay.
Just so I can hear the conversation.
Okay.
Sorry, my cat wanted to interject there. Hi, Crowley. Hi, bud.
Hi, Crowley.
So, Winifred is going to speak to the tiny little twig blight, and just say, "Hello."
Marcus and Utazash, you hear that, and even Winnie, you hear that shake again of its leaves and the twigs. But Gideon can hear that sound shift until you can hear,
"Oh, hi there. I was really hoping to try to help, but I got a little scared and I don't want to go in alone."
Oh my God!
I'm gonna die.
I love him.
He's gonna kill us all. It's gonna be great.
yeah.
Well, who are you?
What is that lonely little child doing all the way out here alone?
Okay, so let me finish reading. The spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
Okay, cool.
Nice, even better.
Well, then,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
can understand the thing.
Love that. Go, Winnie.
You can take back your
Oh.
comprehend languages if you want. I don't want to.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, no, I won't, because I won't. They wouldn't have spoken before I cast it.
Got it.
It's a charge, so I'll keep that.
Okay. All right.
Oh, did you see which way the halfling gentleman went?
Oh, the little one went in the cave with this scary Mike in it. They take many now.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Why are the Myconids taking people?
Don't know. Not Mike in it.
Not Mike in it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I love
no, that makes
That's
sense.
fair. Yeah, I can't do it. I know.
Can try to sing.
You know, what as you are. You ain't gotta sing. You're doing great.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Have they been taking many?
Few at beginning small, but now more.
Out of curiosity, because I'm literally comprehending the language, can I try to ascertain exactly what language it's speaking?
It is speaking.
Or is it speaking like its own thing? Like out, like I think like giant eagle is giant eagle. It is just giant.
Wait,
So
what
is
it
it something
is?
like
Wait,
that, or is it a subset of something else?
I want to say it's just like the
primordial or
language of the trees. It's like the sound of the breeze moving through the
Okay.
trees.
Aw,
Nice.
I like that. Oh. All right. If you want to help, that's appreciated, but maybe it would be best if you stay with. Oh God, we didn't get her name, did we?
No, we did not. We got Heinrich. We didn't get hers.
If we stay with, if someone stays with her, just in case.
I can help. I am gifted in magic.
Really?
What kind of magic?
You watch as this teeny little twig blight, the wood changes and grows as he wild shapes into a small wolf.
God, he's a little twig blight, Druid. I'm gonna cry.
Mm-hmm.
Is
the minute that
a
happens,
wolf
oh sorry.
made out of wood?
Yes.
Yes.
The wolf's made of wood. Yeah. Oh my god.
Going
Yeah.
to cry. That's so fucking cute.
The minute that happens, just from the background, you just hear
Oh.
Cat.
Rasputin is just like sitting,
not
like
happy.
even
Oh.
even though this little twig blight has wild shaped into a small wolf, he is still very skittish. So at hearing the hiss, he like sort of trots behind Winnie and like peeks out from around your waist at Rasputin.
Rasputin is a problem, and I think we have to accept this.
He's such a little shit.
Rasputin-
Someone who recently came into ownership of a cat that tracks.
Rasputin, no.
You know, we're gonna be like, "There's the orb of crash. Let nothing happen to it." There's Rasputin going like,
Smack.
"Yeah, just knock it
Smack,
right
smack.
off." There's eye contact the whole time. Like, sucks to be
Oh.
you.
Okay, all right. And Winnie's gonna look at Rasputin and be like, no.
Blink.
And like Winnie straight up just hisses back.
Winnie,
She's a little feral.
I did not know you spoke cat. That is very helpful.
I don't. It just isn't that hard to get them to listen.
It'd be great when the party domesticates Rasputin and he actually likes him. Right now he's like, you all suck.
Fine, you suck too, Rasputin. All right, and so Winnie will turn to the little twig white druid. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. And just well, yes, I think that's very helpful. What's your name?
Name. No name?
Oh,
Can I make a recommendation, me?
of course, Marcus.
Where I come from, we have a very special way of giving great people with no names some names, so we know what to call them when we're in the middle of it all. We call them Soldier. Mind if I call you Soldier?
I name Soldier.
That's right, your name's Soldier. And you're gonna be up the front with me, Soldier. How's that sound?
Soldier.
And you see this little like a little puff of his chest. Like, all right.
He sees that and he kind of steps back and kind of takes a look and goes like, okay, that's right. No, soldiers ain't scared of nothing. They don't know no fear, right? So, soldiers, you stronger now. Soldiers, you smarter now. And you fight with me right up here. That's what you do, right here. We're going to make sure that man come back to his wife and they can go home and have more halflings, open their little house, and we can go about our business. That's what we do.
Help. Soldier, help.
That's right. That's what we do. We help.
I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to
Adorable.
die. Protect him at all. Cujo, if you kill him, I will drive up to Chicago and kick you directly in the nuts.
Kill him. Do it. Don't be a coward.
A meteor falls from
I
the
got one for you too, buddy.
Whoa. Utazash is gonna look at Winifred and go, I'm gonna go tell the wife that we're going after Heinrich and find out her name, because we should have found out her name, and tell everybody we're gonna be gone for more than 2 minutes, and then I'll be right back. Go on without me, I'll catch up. And you watch as she disappears into the foliage. I'm gonna go run to wherever the little halfling woman is and say, for tracking your husband, stay with the cart. We'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Thank
What
you.
was your name again?
Emma.
Emma, nice to meet you. Stay with the cart. Don't let Illithor use one of his fireballs. And back into the woods.
As you're like 3/4 of the way back, you just hear echoing in the distance, who's Illithor?
I'm just gonna like, I knew you were somewhere. Where you at? Where did you?
And I pop up in the other side of you. Yeah, I'm here.
God.
Somewhere there.
Rasputin is going to appear back onto Gideon's shoulder. And he's like, again, almost like a cat scarf. So one side's over here and the head's over here. Yeah, even though it's very sharp. I'm used to it. And he says, kindness, you do not hiss at everyone you see. obviously Rasputin didn't care, but it's still going to be there because Gideon needs them. Just kind of
Angry grumble, angry grumble.
yes, angry grumble.
One of those colorful birds come by. He starts to chitter at it, and then the bird like dives for Rasputin because it's Fey Bird, and then things go.
Because it's some sort of like weird fucking like thorn covered hawk hybrid.
Right.
But yeah, as we're gonna march along, and when he gets back on the broom and sort of floats up towards the middle, and floats up next to Marcus, and just kind of gives him a little sidelong smile.
Marcus is kind of leading from the front. They kind of feels Winnie on his right, kind of looks over, doesn't pay no mind, but he's blushing a little bit as he walks forward.
Utazash will be kind of along the side, keeping watch, close enough so that everybody has passed without trace. So you know she's nearby because you can feel those weird cold shadows, but you can't see her.
Because we are going into a cavern just to be safe, you'll see them kind of splay their fingers and then snap, and as they snap, their bracelet will glow as it casts light.
In
Just to be safe.
addition, as you all start venturing towards the cavern entrance, Soldier has shifted back into the form of a small twig blight, and using the small, sort of gnarled staff, they tap on the ground, and these small, tiny green motes sort of orbit around you all as they cast Bless.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
We got blessed. Also, that's scary if the DM is giving us bless.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
It's
Laura
like
needs to ask
auto-saving
this.
in a horror game. Like,
Exactly. Why is it saving? I don't know. Okay, I gotta ask. Is he a spore druid?
he is not.
Is he a land druid? Well, he did.
We'll
He
find
is
out.
not.
Agree.
We
We'll
will.
find out.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Or we won't, and it'll be fine.
Well, as all of you start making your way towards the entrance of this cavern, we are going to end tonight's episode
Ah,
here.
I don't
Boo.
wanna
Boo.
I know. I
Boo.
could game all night.
Tomatoes, tomato, tomato.
I thought you were going to say tomato, tomato, tomato for variety reason, I guess. Oh, this was so much fun.
Oh my god.
I miss
Thank
playing with
you.
all of you so much. This was so good.
Oh my god, this is a breath of fresh air. So, before we sign off for the evening, we have some wonderful cast members we'd like to reintroduce. Go and follow and support them in all of their endeavors because they are one of the best fucking parties ever. So, Lauren, my darling, take it away.
I'm Lauren Urban. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. I am on Blue Sky, and now you can find me there as lauren-urban.com because sometimes things are fun. Thank you. I'm so happy to be able. I thought it was going to be a lot longer before I could come back and play with these folks, but fortunately, the Nutcracker didn't kill me, and so here I am.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, again, my name is Omega Jones, also known as Crickbard everywhere at the sites and the social medias that matter at this point. On Saturdays, you can catch me over on twitch.tv/Winter's Tales for Castleton, which is a 120 plus content creator TTRPG D&D event inspired by Bridgerton, Game of Thrones, Hunger Games. I play the demigod of entropy, who I won't say what just happened last week, last time we played. So spoilers, go watch the show. On Tuesdays, you can catch me over on, well, I'm not gonna worry about that because that's New Year's stuff. On Thursdays, you can catch me on, I'm like, there's too many things. On Thursdays, you can catch me on Captain Robert's Twitch channel for Vecna, Eve of Ruin. That's really most of the things. You'll find me at, I have to say, I am a featured content creator for MagicCon Chicago in February. So things are still being planned about that, but you'll see me doing probably like a meet and greet or some other things and all that jazz. So just super excited about that. That is moi.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura22, and you can find me on all of the social media sites that matter as _Laura22, whether that is TikTok, forever, how long that fucking app sticks around, Blue Sky, Instagram Threads, all that good shit. When I am not here, I do occasionally pop in and out of Castleton, along with Omega, as the leader of Eldron, who's on a bit of a break right now. Shit got weird, y'all. Shit got real weird. And then on Wednesdays, you can find me hanging out with the fine folks over at Rebels Without a Castle, for a brand new homebrew D&D world run by my dear friend Something Savage. And 9 times out of 10, my home base is over with Queen's Court Games, specifically in our multi-award-winning Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle of the All Night Society. We're going to be back in for season 3 very soon, y'all. So stay tuned.
PJ.
Sorry.
PJ.
Sorry. The whole time I was like, and then it's Lauren's turn. No, they went first. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw. You can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, for as long as that's up, Twitter, for as long as it's still X, and Blue Sky and Instagram. PJ McGaw. Go find me. I am writing third-party Pathfinder 2nd edition materials for MechFinder, as well as Mythic Paths and many others with Eldritch Osiris Games. Please follow my social media. More updates on that as and when I can let you know. You can also find me here on Chronicles for Shadows over Baldur's Gate, and also coming soon, the 2nd season of My Hero Academia. Good old fashioned, I forgot the name of the group. We're the D plus gang. We're the D plus kids. We're not great. We're better than the great. We're D plus.
Oh, all valiant attempts, but it's fine.
And when I'm not here, you can also find me at Queen's Court Games with the award-winning Vampire the Masquerade podcast, the All Night Society. We are on hiatus, but we're gonna be coming back at some point. We'll again, social media. We'll tell you when we're coming back.
Soon, TM.
Yes, soon trademark. As well as, if you like Marvel and you like the Noir Enigma, please check out, when it's ready, the Noirville universe. We have been filming some amazing episodes showing our own Marvel stories for you, and you can go check that out when that drops, and you'll find me as Tyr, the God of Justice, and there's a lot of shit. I might have to kill somebody in this group chat, but that's for season 2, and for you to find out then. In the meanwhile, I guess that's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and more announcements as I can. I love you.
Hey, hi, everybody. I am Cujo. I have been your chronicler for this evening. Congratulations, you found me. You can find me all over as either Cujo Plays Games for personal stuff or Critic Chronicles for official show announcements, highlights, that sort of thing. Yeah, every Thursday is Tales of the Valiant, sponsored by Kobold Press. Thank you, Kobold Press, for the sponsorship. Every Friday, you can catch us playing Shadows over Baldur's Gate, which is the show you're watching right now. I don't know why I'm telling you to just, you made it. And because the ad will have launched during the break of this stream, starting January 8th, you can catch the premiere episode of D Plus Ultra Season 2. We're starting with a holiday prom episode, because this is a game that takes place in the world of My Hero Academia. 2 things can happen at the same time. So prom is happening in the winter in Los Angeles. I don't care. Anyway.
It's gonna be 80 degrees in the morning, and it's gonna be 30 degrees at night. Dress accordingly.
It'll be great. Lots of cork usage to make it an actual winter time. Anyway, yes, January 8th is the premiere for that. Wednesdays, you can catch me at Nerd Immersion playing some Phandelver and Below, where I have been warned that the next chunk of story is quite dark and quite terrifying, and I am quite excited for it. And for any future projects or announcements, go check out Critic Chronicles on social media. That's Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads are the big 3. In June of next year, there's going to be a Kingdom Hearts miniseries. So, there might be a casting call put out for that. But yeah, in the meantime, be nice to each other. We love you very much. And future Cujo,
Yeah, that's right. This is pre-recorded. Future Cujo, I hope you are preparing the raid at this point, as we should probably raid somebody to keep the good vibes going. So do that thing, and in the meantime, we'll see you guys later. Good night, everybody.
What?